I have been really struggling today because of my dizziness. And also my computer, my laptop, it happened yesterday and it happened again today, where it just will randomly, out of nowhere, with no warning, just shut off. And then like this black screen comes up and there's like words, and then it like starts up again. That can't be good. And I'm just like, I am, as you all know, I'm just I'm struggling. But I got a package that I have been waiting what feels like forever for. They finally restocked my beloved cacao ceremonial drink. When it went back in stock, I bought 2. I don't ever buy 2. But I was like, I'm not. So even though it's 4:30 in the afternoon, I'm gonna make a cup of cacao. I'm so happy. So happy to have this back. Heaven. Another thing I like to do that kind of goes hand in hand with cacao, or at least oftentimes they will match up with each other. I do them both at the same time. Is there's a woman on YouTube who, her YouTube channel, her name is Dee, but her YouTube channel is called like Pick a Card Tarot Readings or something like that. And then she has another channel, her original channel, that's called like Consciousness Evolution Journey or something like that. And on that one, she does like readings for your signs. It's really cool and interesting. And it's usually like for the month ahead or for the season or something like that. It's just something I like to listen to. I'm the type of person where if I am looking for a message, I will find the message, right? And so when I listen to these videos, I'm not like taking everything as absolute truth. I just like take things as like, I mean, you know me, I'm doing my best. And so I'm just like, when I find something that has the ability to make me feel good in some way, I hold on to it. So that's kind of how I view her videos. They're just something that in the moment makes me feel better or hopeful in some way, even if like everything she says doesn't necessarily come true. I will say though that in February, early February, or no, the beginning of February, I watched a video of hers, and in the one that I chose, okay, so let me show you real quick. See on my TV how there's like 4 different angel wings? So this one that I'm about to watch is you like sit and meditate for a moment and feel which one you're drawn to, okay? It's very woo-woo stuff, but whatever. It's harmless. And then you go to the timestamp of whichever one you feel called to, and then that's your message, okay? Well, the one that I did in the beginning of February, the one that I listened to, the one that I picked, mentioned that I'd be getting a new job, that I'd really like it. And I was like, that's interesting, like because of my health stuff and like being stuck at home, I was like, I just don't see how that's gonna be possible. I mean, then fast forward just 2 weeks and 2 or 3 weeks, and I started that work from home job that I'm still doing, you know, and I love it. And if it was like, if this stupid dizziness would allow me to, I'd like, it would be perfect, aside from the fact that it also doesn't pay great. But just the fact that, I don't know, it just played out the way that the video said it did. Now, that does not always happen. There have been lots of times where I've watched a video and it's been like, you're gonna meet someone and fall in love. And it's like, that doesn't happen because I don't ever leave my house. So Anyway, I've been holding off on watching this one until I got my cacao because I wanted it to just be like the perfect little moment to drink my cacao and listen to a message. So, which angel wings am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick the gray, the purple, the green, or the blue. I don't know yet. I have to sit and meditate for a moment. Something I've been thinking about while drinking the cacao and listening to the message. Well, first of all, I chose the gray wings, which was basically about like the dark night of the soul and just feeling like you're in the cocoon or the chrysalis of the butterfly stage, you know, like before you become a butterfly, you're just in that goopy, liquefied state where you feel stuck and like you can't do anything and you have no idea what's coming. You can't even fathom the butterfly future, but it's gonna happen. And I resonate with that, you know. I feel so stuck. I feel so pointless and just frustrated and all of that. So the one that I picked resonates very strongly with me, going through a dark night of the soul. I also did some journaling, and I was thinking about how like being pessimistic and thinking negatively, even if that's true, like even if it's authentically how I'm thinking and feeling, doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to feel like nothing is working. It doesn't feel good to think that nothing's gonna work for me, that I'm never gonna get better, that I'm just gonna keep getting worse, that nothing's, you know, like that doesn't feel good. Even though it's true, like even though that's authentically how I feel, it doesn't feel good. So I'm gonna challenge myself this week to just, I'm gonna try and be more positive, like accepting where I'm at and like acknowledging that that's where I'm at and that's how I feel, but also trying to reframe things. And how she put it was like, look at things with new eyes, like look at every little thing in your life with brand new eyes. Every little moment, and I even kind of mentioned this at the beginning of the video, where it's like it's finding the little things that bring me joy and just focusing on those. So like doing that, but like seeing everything with brand new eyes. So I'm gonna try and do that this week to the tiniest little thing. And I'm also gonna try and start journaling a little bit more. I have not. So ever since like this year, pretty much, since like February, I've just like fallen off of my meditation, my journaling, just because I got to a point where I was like, nothing matters, like literally nothing matters. And so even though they were things that I enjoyed, I just felt, I don't know. So I've fallen off of that. So I'm gonna try to incorporate journaling and meditation back into my life, especially now that I have the cacao back, because that was all like part of the routine. So once one aspect of the routine fell away out of my control, like it was just like a disrupted routine, and then I just didn't want to do anything. I don't know, so I'm just like so tired of feeling the way that I do. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of feeling so depressed and so dark in my thoughts, where it like sometimes it scares me, it worries me, that I'm like, okay, we're done with that. We're done. So I'm gonna try to inject some light into my mind and go back to things that I've used in the past to kind of help. I'm incredibly grateful for my friend Sophia, because she's just amazing and wonderful, and we send each other like voice messages. It's a good connection to have, because I have been very lonely. I've mentioned that. Been very, very lonely. So it's nice to have at least one person that's like willing to interact with you and like willing to like text you back and respond to what you say. Anyway, I mentioned that because she shared with me, and she would be okay with me sharing this, but she shared with me that she was just like feeling really down and just like cried out to the universe, like, you gotta do something about this specific situation. Like, this needs to change and I need help in this area. And then like 2 hours later, she got a phone call or an email, I think it was an email, about something that would like immediately change that situation that she was like crying out for help for. And then like follow it up a few days later, that situation has now resolved. And she was just like, it was such an amazing like moment. Like, it makes me teary-eyed. Like, I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her that she had this experience where she was feeling so awful about a situation in her life. She cried out for help to the universe, and then within hours saw a thing happen, you know, because that doesn't always, in my experience and in hers as well, like, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you cry out for help and nothing happens. At least nothing that you can see. And so it's just really cool, and it's left me inspired. That was a few days ago, so I've been trying to like hold on to that for myself and have that inspire me to be like, okay, that kind of thing can happen. It can happen for me. And she's in therapy, and so her and I are big like we talk a lot about therapy and stuff, and which I love because I love learning new things. And she just started a new therapist, and in this new therapist, she's like learning a whole bunch of stuff. And so she'll tell me, she's like, hey, have you heard of this? And the two things now that she has brought to my attention, two things that I didn't know about. So I feel it's cool. It's like I'm learning from her therapist, even though I've not been in therapy with her. But to make a point, I was going back somewhere. Oh, I had a point, but I've lost it. So I'm trying to be more optimistic. I'm trying to be more positive this week, which is going to be a challenge because I have my PCP appointment on Monday. I don't know how that's going to go. So that's where I'm at. I'm really struggling, but I am trying my hardest to be more optimistic and more positive. And I'm going to implement more things that I've like kind of fallen away from, like journaling and meditation. And if only I could start sleeping better. I also think that not sleeping is really hard on my body. Let's have a good week. For you too. I hope you have a great week too. I just had to show you guys the sunset. It's so pretty. We're about to talk bodies and possibly weight. So if you're not into that, just skip ahead a couple of minutes. But it's just a part of life. So these shorts that I'm wearing right now used to be my baggy shorts. They used to fit really baggy. And I liked that about them. They don't really fit baggy anymore. And I mean, they still fit. They just fit snug. But I wouldn't wear them out of the house because they're too short for me now. But anyway, yeah, bodies change, bodies grow, bodies expand. And it's just a part of life, especially when you're a woman in your 30s. You know, there's some people I just don't understand why they're being paid to write movies or games or just stories in general. Like Ryan Johnson, he wrote The Last Jedi, and but somehow, just a week before the game starts, or actually that's one thing. In Fallout 3, you're supposed to follow this trail of breadcrumbs to get to Liam Neeson, but you can actually just skip all of that if you know where to go. Which I initially would say is a good thing until I had therapy this morning, and it was a really great appointment, a session, and I got unexpectedly very emotional talking about my anxiety about my doctor's appointment later this afternoon. I have a follow-up with my PCP, and I am anxious that she's going to be upset with me that I haven't done the vestibular rehab treatment or therapy or whatever it's called. And I have valid reasons for not doing it, but I'm like afraid that she's gonna be upset with me because I'm a people pleaser. Also, what came up during that was that I have a fear that she's gonna give up on me. You know, I hate being this like difficult patient, and I just want to be easy, and which is why I tend to downplay symptoms and what I'm struggling with in appointments, and then doctors are like, why are you here, basically. I think I've already talked about that videos ago, several months ago probably, so it's a good reminder for me. I'm glad I had my therapy appointment this morning before my PCP appointment this afternoon, because it's a good reminder for me to be just completely honest and not downplay anything and that sort of thing. Because I don't get in to see the neurologist until July, which I mentioned already. One thing that I meant to mention last video and I forgot, but it just reminded me because I saw my Harry Styles thing. I'm so excited because he's releasing new music in May, and I'm like, that's one thing I can look forward to. I'm like, I gotta stay here because Harry is releasing new music, and that in and of itself is worth waiting around for. I hope I'm not concerning anyone. I did it again, where I thought I was recording it and I'm not. So, if you'll remember from several videos ago now, when it was my birthday, my original plan was to go to a bookstore on my birthday and buy some new books. But then I was really sick on my birthday, and then ever since then, I've been too dizzy, I can't drive, and it just hasn't happened. So, I finally got to a point where I was like, I'm just gonna order some online, I'm just gonna order some books online. So I did. I'm gonna show you what I got. They came in. I'm so excited to start reading. So the first one is The Last Time I Lied. This I saw recommended on Instagram. That's where I find all of my book recommendations. But it takes place at a girls' camp. I think it's a murder mystery. I think it is. I don't know. But that sounded really interesting. And then at the beginning of the year, I asked people, like my friends, to recommend. I was trying to get 12 people to recommend 12 or one book each so that I would have 12. So that each month I would read something that was recommended to me by a friend. That didn't totally plan out because the first book I read that someone recommended me, I was like, I cannot get into this. And then it made me feel bad that I couldn't get into a book that a friend recommended. And then like another book that a friend recommended, I also just could not get into. I was like, so I kind of like let go of that idea. But my friend John recommended The Three Body Problem, and it's originally written in Chinese by this guy, and then translated by this guy. And it's apparently a series. This is the first of the series, and it's sci-fi. You know, I love a good sci-fi, and so I bought this one. I feel like I will get into this. I'm very excited. Oh, the first quote on the back is by none other than President Obama. And he said it was wildly imaginative. So, tackles politics, philosophy, and virtual reality in a story that moves at a thriller's pace. I'm gonna dive into this one right now. I was really hoping that these would have gotten here much earlier today because today's my day off, but it's fine. It's here now. I'm gonna read it, and it's gonna be good. I really want you to see. Oh, I want you to see my dog. Let me go, my doggy. You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? You look like such an old man. It's a overcast, slightly rainy day, which is beautiful. Like, it's beautiful, but it affects my head. and I'm like sitting here trying to work. Also, I got my blue light lens glasses, but I am an idiot when it comes to buying things online. I don't pay enough attention to things and just like, oh, that's a good price. So I got 3 pairs of lenses for like $6, which should have been a red flag. I mean, it said that it was discounted from like $15. So I was like, oh, it's just like one of those random deals. But I mean, you can see just from the glare that they do have that like blue light effect, but it's like barely anything. It's literally barely anything. Oh gosh, so I think it was a waste. Thankfully it was only $6. I mean, I am wearing them when I'm working, but I just feel like this gross motion. I will say I'm happy to report that I am getting faster at my job, because the thing is, you get paid per note that you write. So obviously the faster you write notes, the more notes that you can do, the more you can get paid. And I did time myself today. It is still taking me 20 minutes to do one note. And that's me going quickly with an easy voicemail type of thing. It's still taking me 20 minutes. But I mean, that's 2, 4, 6. That means I could do 3 an hour, but that's if I'm like really on top of my game. That's still not. Oh my god, that's still only making a little bit of money. But I'm not, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It really is okay. It really, really is okay. So I saw on Facebook this person I know, who I've known since we were kids. Their older sister was in my grade, and we were like best friends for a long time. So I know them through her. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But I saw on Facebook they posted that they were looking for additional income, and if anyone had any suggestions. So I mentioned my job, because it's very flexible and you can do as much or as little as you want type of thing. They were really excited and was like, yeah, send me the link and I'll look into it. I was like, cool. And then I received a DM from one of our mutual friends, someone that I've known since middle school, but we've never been like super close or anything, but we're friendly, you know. I have nothing, she's cool. I have nothing against her, and am, you know, only think good things of her type of thing. Anyways, she sent me a DM and she was like, not to be a creeper, but I saw your comment on this other person's post. Do you mind if I get the link? Because she is a mom of two babies and is needing to get out of her current job, which is apparently very stressful. It's a work from home job, but there's a white cat out there. But it's like really, really stressful apparently, and she's like miserable. And so I just spent the last like half hour talking to her about this job and just trying to be very honest. I mean, like, it's, the pro is that it's very flexible. Like, you work as much or as little as you want. It's a fascinating job. It's really interesting. The con is that it just doesn't pay great. But she, you know, replied to that like, well, it's worth a shot. And I was like, it is. You might find that you really like it. But anyways, it feels really good for some reason to be able to help in some way, like people looking for something and me being like, oh, I actually have an idea that you might be able to actually enjoy. So it'd be cool because then we'd be working together, kind of. But they're both moms, and like 99% of the women that I work with are also moms. And so I told the one that has the 2 babies, I was like, you will fit right at home. I said you will fit right in, because that's what majority of the women that work at this job are. I'm like the odd one out, which is fine with me. The other thing that I've just been so excited about all day, and I'm just like anticipating, my best friend that lives in Montana, her water broke, and she is at the hospital now waiting to have a baby, and I'm just so excited for her. By the time this video goes out, she will have already had the baby, so I feel okay like saying this. But as of right now, we don't know. We don't know the sex of the baby. We don't know what the baby's name is. We just don't know. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope I get a cute little picture of a cute little mama and her little baby. And I still haven't sent out those gifts that I have for the older sister, because she's a big sister. So, exciting stuff. Anyway, I'm not done yet for my work today. I mean, technically I am, but I'm trying to get ahead. Okay, so I'm sitting for cacao. It's over there. I'm gonna do some meditation. But I just pulled from this deck, Angels, Gods, and Goddesses, which is a deck I don't normally use. It's like back in my drawer over there, but I thought of it the other day. And I was like, I am going to open that one up and use it and pull a card for myself. I'm sorry that you guys are just flopping around because I don't have a stand right here. Anyway, so I just pulled one, and I'm going to light a candle, and I read the book, and I love it. I'm going to pull one for you guys too, but real quick. So this is the one I just pulled for myself. Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. I mean, I am hoping and praying that is true. Where did I put the book? Okay, but the book, I have to read the very first line to you. In the book, it says, "You have felt a bit lost and confused lately, perhaps not sure of which direction to take." Wow, yeah, if that's not me, I don't know what is. The Angel of Guidance has felt your silent cries for help and is here to guide you upon your soul's chosen path. So, and there's more to it, but I'm not going to read it because, like, you guys don't care. But anyway, I will let you guys watch me burn my candle in reverence of this Angel of Guidance. I love it. It's exactly what I need. I love the art. The art is so beautiful. All right, let's pick a card for you guys. This is the end of the video, by the way, so if you're not into the whole card thing, be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I'll see you in the next video. But for those of you that like the cards, this is for us. So satisfying. So satisfying to shuffle a card deck. It's just so satisfying. Okay, so what message? Whoa, that was really fast. Oh. Angel of Emergence. It's time for the real you to emerge. Look at how beautiful. I forgot how beautiful this deck is. Okay, so two things, because I don't want to lose my train of thought. I'm going to talk about something else real quick. Literally like 10 minutes ago, as I was making my cacao, I was also listening to, you guessed it, Harry Styles. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Anyway, and it was like bringing me to tears because of how much I love that music. It's like it matters so much to me. And then I was just thinking about art in general, and I was like brought to tears by literally just the existence of art in all forms, like painting, digital art, storytelling, like all forms. Like it's all art and music, obviously. And I was just like brought to tears by it. And I'm like very regularly moved by art. And I was thinking, I was like, there's some people that like just art doesn't matter to them. Like they don't, which is fine. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but it's just like how important it is to me and how it makes me feel. But there's some people that just like it doesn't matter. Like they don't have the same appreciation for art that I would hope that they have this sense of joy and purpose and whatever in something else. Okay, I'm gonna stop being pretentious. That probably came off kind of pretentious, but it's just true. And I'm looking over there at my bookshelf, and there's a book of Maya Angelou's poetry, and I'm like, art. Like, art is the point. Art is the only purpose. I know I sound crazy. Anyway, so for you guys, it's time to emerge. It's time to be your true self. That's beautiful. Don't be afraid to just Be who you are. Okay, so let's look in the guidebook real quick. This card mirrors the start of a wondrous transformation that is about to occur in your life. For far too long now, you have felt second best and remained in the background. It is now time for the real you, the beautiful, talented, and wondrous you, to emerge. This is the emergence of your true nature, which until now you have denied to most of those around you and often also denied to yourself. Over the coming days and weeks, you will begin to feel a newfound sense of confidence and excitement for your life. Embrace it. Give thanks to God or the universe or whatever, maybe your higher self, and the angels, and above all, respect, love, and honor the beautiful and talented person that you are. I hope someone needed that message. I hope you took that to heart. I'm being open. I'm being optimistic today, right? Ooh, what is that? Are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? This is God of the Arts. The artist within you is about to emerge. Emerge. Angel of emergence. I was just talking about the arts and how important art is. Are you kidding me? Okay. What a weird coincidence, right? I'm speechless. I am speechless. The true artist within you is about to emerge. You will soon feel a strong urge to express yourself creatively. This creative expression will lead you to new and exciting ventures, projects, and ideas. Expressing yourself creatively will also help you to balance and heal your emotions, which in turn will help balance and heal you physically. This is a time to be authentic and true to yourself. Allow yourself to express all you feel without reservation, censorship, or judgment. Honor the inner child within you and just be you. You can express yourself artistically in endless ways. Painting, sculpture, dancing, singing, playing a musical instrument, gardening, knitting, carpentry, woodwork, pottery, and writing are but a few of the many ways in which you can express yourself imaginatively and creatively. I am so glad I was filming for that. I don't know. I just love it. I love it. Thank you guys for being here with me this week through my PCP appointment, my therapy, my friend having a baby, hanging out with my nephew where he just talked literally nonstop for 3 hours about video games, which is great. I enjoy that time. The way that I view that time is I know how good it feels for me to info dump onto someone, just tell them every single little thing about something I'm passionate about. It feels so amazing. It feels so good, but I don't get the opportunity to do that ever, which I think is part of why I continue to make videos, because it is a form of that, to not quite the same degree. My friend Sophia is great, because she allows that. She's always open to hear me just info dump on her about some random thing, and she's into it. I love it. I love you, Sophia. Anyway, so with my nephew, that's how I view that time. I was I'm allowing him a space to just express all of these opinions very passionately about something that he's very passionate about, which for him is video games. And so he's just he just talked nonstop for 3 hours, and it's great because I'm not always going to have that time with him. He's 12 years old. He's such a little man. As he was talking to me this weekend, and I was physically looking at him, I was getting emotional because I was he's not a kid anymore. He's literally not a child. He is a teenager, and he's out of that kid. Teenagers are still kids, don't get me wrong, but he's not a kid anymore. He's now a teenager, and it's so weird to watch people grow, and it's so weird. Anyway, I'm very emotional today, but it's a good emotion. I feel good. I feel optimistic and hopeful, which is good. And I'm just overcome by art. I just love art. I've been looking around my room. I've been trying to move things around because I'm trying to find a space for that big, beautiful painting that I bought a few weeks ago that I still have yet to put up. And it's hard because it's such a heavy is big. It's a big painting, so the frame is heavy, and I don't have the skills to put stuff up on my walls like safely. So I'm trying to use the hooks that are already on the walls, but like, so trying to like move stuff around and make it all look good. I'm still in the process of it, but I've just been admiring all of the art in my room. I just love it. Art is so important to me. It matters. It matters so much to me. And I'm so curious, like people that don't care about art, I'm just so curious, what do they care about? Which is fine. Again, I'm not trying to say one is better than the other, but I'm just like, it fascinates me because art means so much to me. Anyway, thanks for being here. And be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.